It's 96.3 The Zone. Welcome to YouTube. Scotty Simmons, the intern Trina, with Pressureknot here today to talk music, metal. Welcome to the Fortress of Solitude, by the way, gentlemen. Go ahead.
Very nice.
Introduce yourselves.
My name is Benjamin Meyer. I play drums for Pressureknot.
My name's Rob. I play guitar and vocals.
Tony Killebrew, play bass for Pressureknot.
Beautiful. Let's talk Pressureknot. Where did this thing come about? How did this thing come about? What is the story behind this venture? Mr. Parker, this is your kind of your brainchild, right?
Somewhat. I'd been around for a while, and I was playing in different bands. I was in a local death metal band. I was playing bass and singing. Really wanted to get back on guitar. Kind of had a vision of kind of where I wanted to go. One night I just happened to meet this guy in the parking lot of a show, and we started talking, and you know, where we should jam sometime. Well, where do you live? Well, where do you live? You know, it turns out we're like neighbors.
Cool.
So that really makes it
nice
convenient.
and convenient.
Yeah.
It's nice walking home drunk instead of driving home.
Yep, and so we started jamming a little bit, and we found this guy. Tony's been around forever as well, and he really just kind of came in and filled the gap.
Nice. Well, let's talk the history. What have you been involved in as far as the local scene?
Oh, me?
You?
Good lord. Cold Step 9 started in my bedroom.
Nice.
That's kind of like the local Seminole punk rock band that the kids all remember. Law of Motion, did 1090 Club. I couldn't list them all. All I know is I've opened for Endeavor in a band, at least in 6 different bands.
Me, only 2. And you are involved. I don't even know how you keep track. Do you have like a secretary that like tells you where you're supposed to be? Or
My manager Logan, he keeps me in mind. No, I've got a scheduled date for every day of the week with different bands, and I just
you're like one color purple for Mondays, and you know that you go there, and green for.
I have a calendar, thank God.
Nice.
Yeah, and
but you've been around a long time playing drums.
I have. I've been playing drums since probably about 4th grade, and pots and pans before that.
Oh, Tupperware! I tore up my share of Tupperware in my day. Yeah.
It's fun stuff. Yeah, I was just thinking about that earlier today too.
So you meet in the parking lot. You get this guy, and it's
yeah. Well, I mean, I heard that he was in Disdain, and I'm like, I used to have one of your cassette tapes.
Way back, huh?
Way back.
I really like you guys. Let's do it. And then you're just like, oh, well, I guess I'll walk over later.
Well, I think, too, me and Rob have talked about jamming several times over the years.
Mm-hmm. We were looking to put together a black metal band.
Yeah, oh, God. It's some good stuff there.
So how did the Pressureknot thing then come about as far as you 3 getting together, and then
right?
Did you have music written already? Was it something that was already conceived?
I really tried to
come
be
fruition?
original. I didn't really have anything written, but I had this kind of vision in my head of where I wanted to go. And the name itself, you know, it sounds like Pressureknot. It sounds like really pressure, you know, like a knot, like a noose, what have you. What the reality is, it's just the opposite of that. It's lack of pressure. It's my pressure release.
Yeah.
You know, you go through life, have a tough week, and
you're unraveling.
It keeps me from being an asshole and killing my family.
You know, some people gravitate towards planting roses. Others towards playing metal. It's good.
So
nice
you guys met like in a parking lot and just were gonna jam?
I actually knew this guy only over the internet.
Well, like you guys were just gonna jam together. When did you decide that you were actually gonna do a band?
And bring it out.
Well, him and me were jamming before Tony came around, and then we went through a couple of different members after that, and then we decided that Tony was the best choice.
Yeah, it was just, we were just jamming along, you know. We once a week would get together and drink some beers and make some noise.
And a Cubbies fan, he's going to stick through it.
Thick and
thin, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
So it just kind of evolved. You know, it became, well, let's write a song.
Kind of
Let's
became
write.
a band instead of
Well, all of a
just
sudden we got
blues
3
jamming.
songs, and let's keep going, see what we can do here.
Nice.
You know, and and someone's got to be kind of driving the car behind the wheel, you know. And
for sure.
thank God that these two back me up, because they're really fulfilling my vision, you know. And like anyone else, I get writer's block, you know, and I get stuck, and I can turn to these guys and say, what do you think about this? And they'll throw in a piece, and you know, some of the things that I would never think of on my own have come out from these guys, you know. Ben's playing a drum riff that I pulled the riff out of me that I would never even thought about writing.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, let's
but
talk
because
about,
I heard that riff.
let's talk about those
out.
riffs. Let's talk about, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like James Hetfield always calls it just a bag of tools. You know, you as a guitar player, and you're just sitting by yourself, and you just chalk them away. You just, you know, lining them up in the back there. And you know, as far as the writing process, you know, let's talk about that a little bit. And
well, you know, it's always a good thing to record yourself. You probably, everyone's aware of that, you know. So I'll sit there and
So
I'll
you don't
just
forget.
I'll be jamming along, and you know, and I'll have the tape going, I have a tape recorder going, and then I'll go back and listen to it, and I say, you know, something. I look for something that might jump out at me. You know, some of them are, that's so what, you know, that's something, blah. And then one will just kind of sticks his head out and says, yo, pick me, you know, and I say, okay, and then I get 2 or 3 of those, and literally it's like sewing them together. There's really no formula to it.
do you find yourself? I like to always take a riff, you know, from my that I play a, you know, favorite band or something like that, and then not use that riff, but use that where that's at, use that maybe that progression, but in a different time.
That's an absolute great way to do it. You know, they say most things, pretty much everything's been done.
Yeah.
You know, but there's certain things.
So what are we going to hear as far as where you're coming from with that? I mean, basically, you know, who deserves credit in the songwriting? You know what I mean? As far as influences, what's coming out?
I'll tell you what, Tony over here, he brings me CDs every week.
Yeah.
Ben filled up my MP3 player of music. You know, I'll sit there and listen to it. And again, I'll listen to other people's music.
Is it new stuff that you're listening to, or
yeah? Well,
do you bring the old
just our personal taste, I think.
Yeah. And so I'll find something that sticks its head out at me. And what I'll do is I won't use that riff, but I might use that technique, so to speak. You know, where you know, try to put myself in that in his head. Not so much the song or riff itself, but you know, there's certain you can play techniques that other people use without playing their music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like Dimebag Darrell would be a classic, you know. Or even Zakk Wylde. He's going to do the squeals. That doesn't mean squeals are off limits.
Autistic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't mean squeals are off limits.
I know.
You know what I mean? So it's not like because Zakk Wylde does squeals, no one else is allowed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that's
Kind of got to
from.
make it your own.
Yeah. Make it your own.
So those first 3 songs, are they all 3 still in existence? Are they all 3 part of
How many
what's still
songs we
going
got
on?
now?
9.
9 songs, and we actually do cover a couple of Sustained songs
some of the old school stuff.
just because, well, I wanted to. I'm sure he did too.